Imagination. The one thing we all had as a child, but lack as an adult. Unless you're an interior designer, then obviously you have a lot of imagination spare. I'm going to take everyone back to my childhood, a long, long time ago, in a neighborhood not too far away. I was about the age of 4, and I was the only child. I was getting bored of playing by myself and having no one to play with, so I decided to make a friend, an imaginary friend. Now my friend was awesome. He was faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, but he could not leap over tall buildings. Sorry, my friend was not Superman. My imaginary friend's name was Tim. Now Tim did have some unique abilities. He was able to shrink into the size of an ant. He was able to grow as tall as 10 feet. This came in handy when we lost something under the couch or we wanted those cookies on top of the fridge. Tim was also very athletic and loved sports. He was also very good at keeping secrets, so I could rest assured that none of my secrets were going to be leaked. Tim and I did a lot of things. On the days that I didn't go to preschool, we typically explored the world. We visited the Amazon, hiked Mount Everest, or we went digging for some dinosaur bones, or we even visited the North Pole to see how Santa was doing for Christmas. But of all the things that Tim and I did, my favorite thing to do was to play soccer. You see, Tim knew that I wanted to be the next Pele, and he knew that I needed to practice if I wanted to get to that level. And him being the athletic person that he was, he had no problem coaching me and making sure that and mentoring me to make sure I got to that level. We mostly practiced at my house. My house is a one-story building in California. On the left we had a garage, in the middle we had the main entrance, and on the right we had a big living room with a big checkered window. In front of that we had our grass lawn, and naturally that's where I practiced my greatness. So normally, every day, we'd head out to the front yard and we'd practice. We do practice some dribbling skills, some juggling skills, some bicycle kicks, some sliding tackles, typical prodigy stuff for a soccer kid. Every day, typical stuff for a prodigy. Every day, so every day I'm trying to blank. So no matter how hard I practiced, I could never seem to he would always be able to one-up me. He'd always be able to steal the ball, or he'd always block my kicks. After a bajillion hours of working and practicing, I got off the couch one day and I was like, Tim, I feel like today's going to be the day I'm going to score a goal on you. So we raced out to the front yard, but this time, my front yard was no longer a front yard. It was a huge stadium, surrounded and filled with thousands of people. It felt like the whole neighborhood was there to watch me finally score a goal on Tim. I set myself up in the middle of the field, and then Tim goes to the goal line. The whistle blows and I make my attack. I juke to the left, and he knows that I'm doing that. He reacts to that. I juke to the right, he reacts to that too. As I get closer, he draws out of the goal. And then I do something I've never done before. I put the ball in between my legs and I kick it up into the air over behind me. And it goes so far into the sky. Tim tries to go 10 feet to try to stop it, but it still keeps going. We lose it in the sun, and after a few seconds, we're like, where did it go? And all of a sudden, I see it barreling down through the Earth's atmosphere, on fire. I see where it's going. I go over behind Tim. I make my calculations, 1 + 1 - 2 is 0, or something like that. And then I make my bicycle kick. Boom! It goes straight into the goal. The goal explodes. The crowd goes wild. I start running around the field, taking off my shirt. In your face, Tim! I finally scored on you! And then all of a sudden, I hear my mom yelling at me, Sergio! The crowd goes away, the stadium disappears, and I'm suddenly back in my front yard. I'm like, yes, Mom? She's like, look what you did! I look at where she's pointing, and the ball has gone through the living room window, and the glass is shattered, and my soccer ball is inside the house. I quickly look back at my mom, and she's got her sandal ready in her hand. I look at Tim, and we quickly bolt into the house, as fast as Speedy Gonzalez, into the nearest closet that we find. Eventually, my mom does get to me. She punishes me, takes away my soccer ball and makes me do chores. It's around this time that I talk to Tim, and I'm like, Tim, maybe it's time I do something less destructive, like video games. Tim agrees, and we decide to play video games. After a few months pass by, and my little brother is born, and I tell Tim, hey, I'm very appreciative that you were here for me, but I think I no longer need you. Tim understood, and he said, that's fine, because there's some kid in Argentina named Messi that needs my help. So I said, all right, well, thank you. I gave him my hugs, and he left, and that's the last I ever saw Tim. Thank you.
Can you get 1 minute for the judges to judge Sergio's speech?